The gate slammed shut like a final judgment. Metal scraping metal, sharp, absolute. They were still talking when it happened, still confident, still completely wrong. My brother's hand froze mid-gesture like he was patiently explaining something obvious to someone slow. His wife stood just behind him, sunglasses on, already sizing up the house as if it belonged to her. The ocean stretched out behind me, quiet, steady, while the space between us went still. I smiled a smile I'd practiced for 9 years. I said nothing that mattered years earlier. His fist had landed before I could finish a sentence. I remember the shock more than the pain, the way betrayal hits faster than your mind can catch up. She called me trash, casually, like stating a fact everyone already accepted. I laughed. I shouldn't have. My brother didn't. One punch, clean, public, then silence. Then the cutoff, no calls, no holidays, no explanations beyond. You're dead to me, and just like that, I was. It hadn't always been this way. People never understand that part. He used to protect me when we were kids. I used to take the blame when he messed up. We shared rooms, secrets, futures we thought would run side by side forever. When he met her, I wanted it to work. I truly did. I watched him soften around her, watched his sharp edges dull. I didn't see the knife she was sharpening behind his back. Love gives you blind spots. At first, it was small missed calls, then quiet birthdays. Then my name stopped coming up at family tables. I didn't confront anyone. I watched. People reveal everything when they think you're gone. A cousin slipped, a friend avoided my eyes, a message got forwarded by mistake, just fragments. But enough. She'd been rewriting the story, turning me into a parasite, a threat, someone who needed to be cut off before I took advantage. My brother believed her. Or worse, he needed to. I felt the pain and stored it away. I didn't argue. I vanished. That's when the planning began. I rebuilt in silence: education, investments, patience. I studied contracts the way others study prayer. I learned how many moves when no one's paying attention. I learned how family trusts actually work, how signatures made in love can undo blood. Every step was deliberate, no wasted moves, no announcements. From a distance, I watched their life swell: bigger house, louder opinions. Dad dressed up a success. She craved status. He craved keeping her happy. That was the crack. So I waited. The oceanfront property came last, not because I couldn't buy it sooner, but because timing is a weapon. I purchased the land through a holding company, renovated quietly, kept my name off anything that mattered. The house wasn't a showpiece, it was bait. Word spreads fast in families that pretend they don't talk. Yesterday, they arrived like Victor's boxes packed into a rented truck, smiles already rehearsed. She didn't even bother with hello. She tilted her head and said, "We're moving in." Like it was overdue, like I owed them a place in my life just because we shared blood. My brother nodded, but wouldn't look at me. That told me everything. I smiled, not warm, not cruel, just controlled, and tapped the keypad. The gate locked. First came confusion, then irritation, then fear. When I finally spoke, my voice was calm. "You can't be here," I said. "Legally." She laughed aloud. He frowned too late. I slid a folder through the gate: copies only, neat, official, trust papers, property records. The clause he'd signed years ago, back when he needed help and I was still considered family. The clause that handed decision-making power to me. Once certain conditions were met, conditions she'd rushed into with greed. Their house was leveraged against debt I now controlled. Their accounts were frozen pending review. Their carefully crafted story was about to fall apart. I didn't need threats. Paper does the job better. My brother's face changed as he read, not anger yet, but understanding. This wasn't emotion, it was structure. She started screaming accusations, insults, that same word again, trash. I leaned in close enough that only he could hear. "You chose her," I said. "I chose time." Then I stepped back. The gate stayed closed. Security showed up, quiet, professional, final. The ocean kept moving like it always does, indifferent. I watched them leave without chasing the moment. Revenge doesn't hurry, it arrives. That night, I sat alone on the balcony. No champagne, no music, just the sound of water and a feeling I didn't expect. Relief. I didn't win by being louder. I won by being precise. Betrayal teaches you where to aim. Silence teaches you when to pull the trigger. They thought I was gone.